Harry claims William grabbed his collar and knocked him to the floor.
He pictured both of his sons being part of it. Of course, now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan.
It was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me and my father say things that just simply weren't true.
New details about the fractured relationship between Prince Harry and Prince William coming to light ahead of the official release of Harry's new book.
Is then stealing the limelight or is doing the job better than the person who was born to do this.
Royal expert Omid Scobie faces a backlash from Taylor Swift's dedicated fanbase known as Swifties over claims made in his latest book, Endgame, suggesting that Swift declined an invitation to perform at King Charles' coronation in May. The upheavals of royal life. Many of the royal family scandals have been making headlines over the past few years, which could explain why so many stars are distancing themselves following the Queen's death last September. At least, that's according to the grapevine. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's royal exit has caused tension between them and the King, particularly after the Duke of Sussex, 38, spectacularly aired the family's dirty laundry in his January memoir, Spare, claiming his brother, Prince William, had physically attacked him and his father referred to Harry as his spare son on the day of his birth. Markle, for her part, has also made damning accusations, telling Oprah Winfrey in 2021 that a royal family member voiced concerns over her son Archie's skin color. The biracial Duchess of Sussex, 41, also claimed the royals did nothing when she came forward about having self-harming thoughts. Another scandal that has rocked the UK is Prince Andrew's ties to Jeffrey Epstein. The royal family failed to fully dissociate from the Duke of York, 63, amid accusations that he had sex with one of the late financier's accusers, who was 17 at the time, which he denied. Andrew was asked to step back from his royal duties in November 2019 after his now infamous disaster of an interview in which he defended his friendship with Epstein, but he has remained involved in family gatherings. Andrew most recently made headlines for being invited to move into Harry and Markle's former UK home, Frogmore Cottage, after Charles evicted the couple. In the midst of all the drama, it was reported last month that Harry and Markle have yet to be invited to his dad's coronation. Charles was to be officially crowned monarch at Westminster Abbey alongside his wife, Queen Consort Camilla, and this is where this sordid tale ties in with Taylor Swift.
New details about the fractured relationship between Prince Harry and Prince William coming to light ahead of the official release of Harry's new book.
The idea that the palace was jealous about their success and was actively planting negative stories about them.
Right from the beginning, before they even had a chance to get to know her. And the UK press jumped on that, and here we are.
And what was that based on?
Meghan Markle. Harry claims William grabbed his collar and knocked him to the floor.
It was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me and my father say things that just simply weren't true.
The fact that she was American, an actress, divorced, black.
He pictured both of his sons being part of it. Of course, now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry and Meghan.
Blamed for things in the media when William was a participant too, or that blame went to him for things to deflect attention from William.
A tale of a coronation. It seems that Taylor Swift doesn't love every London boy. The Harry and Meghan tell-all, Endgame, inside the royal family and the monarchy's fight for survival, hit shelves on Tuesday, November 28, yet it's been making waves even before it hit the racks. The book, marketed as a look inside the royal family and the monarchy's fight for survival, makes a number of explosive claims about King Charles III and company. The book is supposed to have shocking details on the British royal family's dirty linen, and we seem to be getting juicy tidbits to sharpen our appetite. Taylor Swift's fanbase is smelling blood, as royal expert Omid Scobie claims in his new book Endgame that the pop star, 33, turned down an offer to perform at King Charles III's coronation. One such claim is that Taylor Swift was among a list of A-list stars who rejected or shrugged off an invitation to perform at Charles's coronation concert. In the end, the lineup for the Windsor Castle concert included Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, Take That, and Andrea Bocelli, but Scobie alleges that plenty of other stars were asked. But Swift is just one of the big names who reportedly declined the invitation to play for Charles's big day as a snub to the royal family. In Endgame, it is the author's assertion that these rejections might prove that Charles isn't as popular as his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who had a star-studded lineup at her Platinum Jubilee just 1 year earlier. Scobie writes that King Charles III just doesn't have the requisite gravitas that his mother had, noting that organizing a decent lineup for the coronation concert proved a challenge for the organizers due to the long list of musicians who turned down the invitation. An excerpt from the book reads, "With the country facing economic crises at home and reputational bruising abroad, large sections of the public are increasingly less tolerant of royal extravagance and family dramas."
And I'm really glad I changed, because rather than getting drunk, falling out of clubs, taking drugs,
Seems like Harry is leaving nothing out. One of the more just really saddening details happened in September.
Looking after the red boxes full of state papers, those are the government documents on issues that need to be signed off.
Is then stealing the limelight or is doing the job better than the person who was born to do this.
But of course, there are also constitutional matters to take care of. He's taken on one of the biggest jobs from his mother.
I didn't deal with it particularly well. I dealt with it as institutional Harry.
I'd now found the love of my life, and I now had the opportunity to start a family with her.
Even finding entertainment for Charles's coronation court at Windsor Castle proved a challenge for the organizers. The list of acts who declined the invitation to perform was long and included Sir Elton John, Harry Styles, the Spice Girls, Adele, Taylor Swift, and Ed Sheeran. Since Swift wasn't the only big name to reportedly shoot down the offer, it made it a challenge for royal officials to organize the event. Artists including Adele, Elton John, and Harry Styles have reportedly turned down an opportunity to perform at King Charles III's upcoming coronation. The Spice Girls and Robbie Williams are among the other acts who have declined invitations to put on a show at the momentous ceremony. While most of the musicians declined to explain why they would not take the stage, a rep for John confirmed to the magazine that the legendary piano man, 75, had been asked but could not attend due to scheduling issues. Other experts also believe no one wants to perform because they therefore would be associated with the scandal-scarred monarchy. The royal family has faced a number of PR disasters in recent times, and anyone performing at the show would have to consider whether there would be a backlash from appearing amongst their fans. Simon Jones, a publicist for Little Mix, Neil Horan, and Louise Tomlinson, told Rolling Stone in the article. Others feel that aligning with Charles, 74, would not benefit their careers at this time. For them right now, storytelling is really important. Meg, ahead of the leading British music PR company who asked for her full name to be withheld, said of Adele, 34, and Styles, 29. These big symbolic associations carry a lot of weight and literally go down in history books in bold and underlined. I can understand why there'd be a big PR discussion around artists doing it or not. Meg added, with Queen Elizabeth II, she was fab and glamorous to some people. Charles doesn't add anything. There's not a legacy of his that anyone would want to align with. It's televised, so a lot of people will hear your song, sure, but in terms of long-term PR strategy, I don't know if performing would add positively to an artist's narrative unless they were staunchly pro the monarchy. Although Scobie didn't elaborate on the 12-time Grammy winner's decision, Swift notably had an Eras Tour concert in Nashville on May 6, the same day as the coronation. No sooner had this tasty morsel been released in shark-infested waters, and a bloodbath ensued.
You know, my family read the tabloids. You know, it's laid out at breakfast when everyone comes together. Squashing the story about him bullying us out of the family. Whether you walk around saying you believe it or not, it's still leaving an imprint in your mind. No one had asked me. Within 4 hours, they were happy to lie to protect my brother.
Is stuck between this decision of wanting to be close to his family, but not wanting to be part of the institution.
Furious fans. However, fans swiftly debunked the assertion, highlighting Swift's ongoing Eras Tour on the specified date. Fans pointed out that she had a scheduled concert in Nashville on the same night, making the claim implausible, and it seems to be true. In Taylor's defense, the Karma singer was in the midst of her worldwide Eras Tour by the time the concert came around. In fact, on the night of Charles's concert, Swift was scheduled to play in Nashville, Tennessee. Angry Swifties took to social media to call out the apparent misinformation. One fan noted, "Look at this utterly shameless lying. Taylor Swift was in the middle of her Eras tour. I was at the Nashville show the night of the coronation." Another criticized Scobie's credibility, stating, "Calling Omid Scobie a royal expert is laughable and a bit of a stretch. He is more Harry and Meghan's mouthpiece, and it was proven in court." Swifties also highlighted Scobie's omission of Taylor Swift declining Meghan Markle's podcast request in his book. When questioned about the accuracy of his claims, Scobie mentioned that other artists also turned down coronation invites, but this response did little to appease Swifties. The fanbase, known for fiercely defending Taylor Swift, swarmed the publisher's social media platforms, demanding corrections and questioning Scobie's credibility. One fan warned that the author had stirred the wrath of the formidable Swifties, stating, "He really doesn't want to start with Taylor. He thought the royal family was tough. He hasn't seen what enraged Swifties can do." These words are sure to have left Scobie shaking in his boots. That's all we have for you, folks. Join us next time.